Okay, picture this for me. Imagine that you binge watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix for quite some time one night, and you hop onto Amazon.com the other day to find out that the price of the vacuum cleaner or the air conditioner that you are eyeing for has dropped in its price. Now, what if I say that the reason for that price drop is because you binge watched Netflix the previous night? Would you believe me? Well, you better believe me, cause it's true. Now, it might sound a bit far-fetched, but believe me, it is 100% possible, and you'll be surprised to know that it happens almost all the time. For that, you need to know about Amazon Web Services. I am Devolappamanna and you're watching Tech Aisle. Actually, before knowing about Amazon Web Services, you need to know about cloud computing. Cloud computing is a very popular term, so if you know about cloud computing, then skip to this timeline. But anyway, if you don't know about cloud computing, then it basically means that instead of having your own physical servers for storing data, you pay other specialized companies for giving them access to their servers. It's called a cloud since it hides the complex infrastructure of having your own physical servers, just like how a real cloud hides some parts of the skies. So assume these boxes are servers in the cloud. There'll be some small servers, there'll be some large servers, and there will also be some medium servers. Say you use only these servers in a month because it wasn't a very hectic month, but you know that the next month will be a hectic month. So you can just use these servers for the next month instead of going through the very expensive process of upgrading your servers, and that is one crucial part of cloud computing. Okay, so now that you know what cloud computing is, let's talk about Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services, or AWS in short, is a cloud computing platform developed by Amazon, and it's a very significant and dominating leader with a significant 31% of all the cloud services being run on AWS. So AWS was actually developed almost 2 decades back in 2002, just so that Amazon.com, their retail division, could run faster. But with time, they got so good at it that they started offering these services to other interested companies. And today, Disney Plus, Twitch, LinkedIn, Twitter, Adobe, Netflix, Epic Games, Dream11, among many more, use AWS for their operations on the web. And that shows in the amount of money that AWS brings in for the company. In 2020, AWS was responsible for 10% of all the revenue of Amazon that year, bringing in $45 billion out of the company's total $386 billion. But even though it brought just over 10% of all the revenue, it is the most profitable service that Amazon provides, responsible for 52% of the total profits of Amazon. But why? Why would anyone choose AWS or cloud computing in general rather than having their own physical servers for that company? In my research, I found conflicting reports about the cost of AWS. Some reports said that it is cheaper to have their own physical servers rather than AWS, while some reports said that AWS is more costly than having their own servers. But keeping cost aside, I think there are 3 reasons. In short, it's a mixture of number 1, features. With Microsoft and Google catching up quite fast, Amazon combats that by adding almost 100 features each year for AWS. And number 2, reliability. AWS has their centers literally all across the globe. So even if one center faces an outage, the service can still be run with the help of the other centers. And number 3, being first. AWS was here before anyone else, or rather AWS was in cloud computing before anyone else. So most people have this subconscious thought that AWS is the best service and that it requires little to no maintenance. But what does this mean to you? Because after all, I have a hunch. The hunch is that 99% of the people watching this, you won't need AWS, right? But you do use Amazon. Amazon is historically known for running their retail division at extremely tiny margins of profit or sometimes even at loss. For example, take this battery. If Amazon takes, let's say, 1% commission or sometimes even no commission, it will be much cheaper than rivals like Flipkart or Snapdeal, who takes, well, let's assume 5% commission, and be much cheaper than the physical stores, which takes, well, let's say 10% commission. So in the end, since they are getting their product for a much cheaper price, the consumer is the happy person here. And you can make me happy by hitting that like button. It really motivates me. Anyway, the loss that Amazon retail division suffers can be compensated by the earnings of AWS, which earns a lot. So the more AWS earns, the lower the retail prices at Amazon will be. I still have this battery. This massive scale of the profit of AWS can also be used to develop the other services like Amazon Prime Video, so that it can be much better than it is today. You would also be familiar with the Amazon hardware like this Kindle and the Echo series. These usually are not very profitable because of their very low selling price, and that can also be compensated through the profits of AWS. Well, speaking of low selling price, you must have heard of Amazon Basics. It always comes below a similar product if you are searching Amazon. Basically, by way of using the plethora of data that Amazon has regarding the shopping patterns and the types of products that a consumer likes, Amazon produces a wide variety of products under the title Amazon Basics. They range from batteries to vacuum cleaners and, well, charging cables to ACs. They have a wide variety of products, and sometimes because of their low selling price, you might actually consider buying Amazon Basics products instead of the product that you were eyeing for. This is done through the profits of AWS, and this is done to drive out the competition. So coming back to the intro, if you use more Netflix, you are indirectly using more AWS. And yes, this also works for Prime Video, but saying Netflix is a bit more attractive, right? So if you indirectly used more AWS, then you have also indirectly reduced the prices of Amazon Basics products like air conditioners or vacuum cleaners or batteries. And that is exactly what Amazon wishes you do. So if you have spent many moons eyeing for a price drop on a product and it still hasn't, watching more Netflix might be the best way, and that can actually work. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have liked what you saw, then definitely consider subscribing and hitting that like button. After all, it's free. That is it for today. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now that okay